So welcome to another episode of the Pin Pad. Today with us we're going to have Doug Allen, and Doug is calling from You're up in Ohio now, right, Doug?
Yeah, back in Ohio. That's originally where I'm from. I lived here most of my life. Yeah, came back to hometown, Arcana,
Ohio. And had kind of a brief stint down in Texas and in Florida, right? You were in Florida for a while.
Yeah, Texas, Florida, and Louisiana. Yeah.
No, in Louisiana.
Yep.
Yeah.
Real close to Texas.
We were privileged to have you while we got you for a little bit there.
Thank you. That was great.
I tell that story of the first time we met sometimes, and it's pretty funny. Little embarrassing on my part, but usually stories I tell typically work out that way. But
I was being silly. It was fun. It was fun.
The short and sweet of it is I basically taught Doug Allen, his 3 safety lessons, not knowing who he was when he showed up to our practice, and it was a mistake on my part. So, and Doug Allen proceeded to have some hellacious battles with Dimitri that night, as I recall. Pretty good.
Oh yeah, that was fun. He's strong.
Yeah. Another matchup. So we're excited. We're super excited to have you coming on October 2nd. You're going to be facing Mr. Jonathan Breda out of Louisiana.
Breda.
What can you tell me about John? You guys have a history. What's the story behind this matchup?
Well, John, he looks like he's a powerhouse. I mean, we trained at a time, he didn't need much, really. Obviously, he was already super strong. Just kind of needed a little direction. But he looks like he took off running with it, and he got some big wins. Obviously he's a powerhouse right now, and now he's going to try to come down to 220s, and he'd like to make a statement, I guess. And I don't think his little hands got enough for the statement, but we'll find out.
So he called you out. He called you and said, "Hey, I'd like to."
I think
he's feeling,
my left is coming on, and
yeah.
Go ahead.
He's feeling pretty confident then that he might have a shot at it now.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously he's always, he always wants to be number one. I'm sure that's always on his mind, and I think he'd probably be better suited at 220. Obviously he can hang with a lot of arms, hands, but his hand's smaller. But I mean, 220 pounds would be great for him, I think. And he, of course, now my ranking has jumped or whatever, but but he's always chasing that number one. But it's going to be a good test. He knows it's going to is always a good challenge. So I guess he's in the mood to take that ride.
Nice. We got a little video freeze going on right now. I'm just going to pause for a second here and see if there we go. Okay, I think it caught back up. So awesome. And let's see, will you be competing in the tournament following the super match?
Yeah, I think I'll have obviously Bethany's been beating me up, making me go to all these tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just get in the car and go, so I don't keep getting my ass whooped and everything. So I've been pulling a lot, and I feel like my right is hot and cold. I mean, it's trying to get better, but some days it's just my wrist flares up so bad. I don't know. It's always this day of, and then really just I guess got to even pull to see if it even if it's even going to work anymore. But my left, absolutely. I mean, my left feels feels good. So feel my endurance is definitely been up, and especially all these matches going back to back tournaments, and I don't know how many we've pulled in the past few months. It's been a whirlwind, but I know she's in love with it. It's her ride. I mean, of course I'm always going to arm wrestle if I'm around it, but she's in it like I was when, she's obsessed, and I know the excitement. I know what she's feeling, and it's all she wants to do. So I try to help her, but of course if I'm around it, I like to win, and so I'm gonna come hold hands and hurt some feelings, and have that fun ride with her. But it's more her ride than my ride. I had a good ride, but I still got a little bit left.
Yeah.
And see how it goes. See how it goes.
It's exciting to see that when you have couples that, that go and compete together and able to kind of share it and share some of those moments in the sport. And yeah, she Bethany definitely seems to be rising, quickly in her abilities there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, she's going to be tremendous. She's
You know,
going
what's
to be
she,
better than I ever thought about.
what's she weighing there?
Oh, she's like 148 right now, so she'll make the 140s pretty easy. I
Oh,
mean, well, she's been training hard, but yeah, she's like upper 140s right now. So
yeah.
she'll
Yeah.
she'll make that 140. She's super. Like I said, when I was so hungry, I didn't know anything but arm wrestling and trying to win,
Yeah.
and she's more than I was because she trains hard. She trains harder. I mean, she goes harder. So yeah, she's beastly when it comes to training. In the weight room, she always makes me look bad. So
I'm sure you both make most folks look bad. What tell me, how'd you get into arm wrestling, Doug? What was it? Just just like everybody else, pulling with your
well,
buddies
I'll
and
take you. Yeah, take you a little ride. Yeah, well, no, I mean, take you a little ride. I guess. Yeah, I mean, I always enjoyed arm wrestling, and my dad we were always arm wrestling, but people would come from big cities to pull my dad. It's not like he did it professional or organized or anything. My dad just always arm wrestled, and we just enjoyed it. But anyway, time goes on, and I saw it was on ESPN2 3 nights in a row, and I saw the 198s. So the finals were Todd Hutchings and Mike Solaris. The 220 class was the next night. And this is all like 1 a.m., right? I was a night owl. I was just up, and it was ESPN2, and arm wrestling was on. But then the 220s was Joe Dutton from Ohio and Ron Bath. And then the third night was Travis Bajent and I think Harold Owens or Pete Wabuda, maybe both those. There's a lot of highlights in that because, Travis talks so much. So that the heavyweight was very exciting, but it was also, it got me so fired up. I could barely, I couldn't handle it. So I started looking up tournaments. I had just missed the Ohio State championship. I mean, I'm not trained. I have no clue about, what to do for arm wrestling, but I just searched for it. And then I found Mike Gould Classic in, I believe, Oshawa, Canada was my first tournament. I drove 8.5 hours with a buddy and went up there, and it was huge. I had to stay on an arcade equipment to even get, because it was Devin Lorette and Travis Bajent had a super match. But that was the main event. But there's a whole bunch of badasses there. It was a huge tournament. But that was and as soon as I put my arm on the table, I just knew it was for me. I was just like, what have I been missing?
yeah, absolutely. That's awesome, man. Did you remember in that first event? Did you medal or place anything, or how soon did you have success?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the first one I remember. I arm wrestle every day. I was doing, but I placed. I remember winning a tournament and just being even sore that day. But anyway, I had no clue. Oh my goodness! But anyway, so I got fourth at my first one at my Gould Classic, and right-handed. I didn't even know about left-handed for a while. But anyway, my second tournament, my mom drove me all the way out to Iowa, Council Bluffs, Iowa, almost Nebraska. And I won my second one. And then my third one, I actually beat Joe Dutton, who was really like the best in Ohio. So, I mean, I had kind of early success, not really knowing. I just had a huge bench and people could get caught in that. That's all I knew. I mean, like I said, I loved the bench and I just had, I just tricep the shit out of everybody, but ruined me. But I just, had some okay success at first, but then you take your lumps and like I said, it was a long process, but I was in it to win it. And I just, like I said, it just helped have a lot of side pressure just inside and not caring about my hand at all. But
really, wow.
But yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, at first I had some decent success, and I only pulled a couple amateur tournaments here and there. Like probably first, I don't know, probably like depending what tournament it was, I'll pull the amateur and the pro. Like when Ohio State Championship was massive, and that's when I drove all the way back from Iowa Central when I played football. Drove all like 11 hours, and then barely missed the 209 class, so I had to pull the 231 class, and that's when Dave, unfortunately, his arm broke, Dave Chafee, in that match, and we were both in the amateur class, but we were both pulling the pros. But that's how tough it was. Even the amateur class was like, because it was really tough to win. Ohio State Championship, a while ago was like almost a nationals. It was rough. Wow. And but that was up to like maybe my like fifth or sixth tournament, something like that. Because I said I was going to college for a little while and I didn't arm wrestle so much. Because 2005, March 25th, 2005 was my first tournament, and then I didn't really get into it. I went to college at 2006, 2007, and then I kind of piddled around after that. But 2009 is when I remember I wrote on the calendar in September 2009 to climb to the top. And that's when I really took it serious.
Huh. Who was your first coach? Would have been your dad?
Oh, man. Well, yeah, I mean, just I guess of an understanding body position. Yeah, but he didn't really he was a hard man, but he just, he didn't really show. All he knew was just to turn and get inside and be as fast as he could. He didn't really know like what we know of arm wrestling and but he just knew he was just hard at it. But anyway, probably the first real person that grabbed a hold of me, I met Jeremy Dees, which is weird. I went to a little tournament in Tennessee, and I saw Jeremy Dees there, and he's tall. He was whacking everybody. And literally the next day, I saw him in Indiana at a mall the very next day, because I'm right there pretty close to the border of Indiana. But literally, we didn't even talk at the tournament. We didn't even talk. And the next day, I saw him. And I had the sweatshirt on, the Tennessee Arm Wrestling, whatever tournament it was, Ray Jenkins tournament, I think. And we pointed at each other, and then we started talking. He's like, my dad's he's a former world champion, and my mom's a two-time former world champion. He's like, you come over for practice. I was like, practice? What's practice? I was like, yeah. I was like, this is great. So, Gerald Dees and Jeremy Dees grabbed me up, and they were like 20 minutes from my house, and literally drove into New Paris, Ohio. It says home of World Arm Wrestling Champion Gerald Dees. And I saw it plenty, but I didn't think much of it, I guess, because I wasn't quite diving into it yet. But then, once I got a hold of them, it was, I wanted to go over there all the time. I mean, and Gerald loved it. And, I was trying to, kind of get Jeremy back into it. And so really, and then Gerald Dees, of course, being how great he was, knew, of course, and, then I start more and more people from him. They're all, Tom was Cobra Road, and Kenny Flynn, who's badass from Dayton. They really grabbed a hold of me. And then, of course, Harold Owens, I became good friends with Harold, and he grabbed a hold of me. And then, of course, the Ballingers, they're all in this area. I was all practicing, Terry Spine and Brad Spine, and just all these badasses were all, in this group. And so I got to start training with them and going to their houses and staying the night and just training. And that's all, and just hard practices and yeah, all that. I mean, it was all such a tough, it was like Mike Bowling, Quinlan Mendez, Cobra Rhodes, Scott Ballinger, Bill Ballinger, like you said, Kenny Flynn and Bill, Bill Arnold, and just tons of, really good seasoned arm wrestlers. And, there's so many I could name. And I'm sure you guys, some names I'm saying people won't know, but Keith Carter, who I remember, it was my first time I made money. And this guy, just a little guy, just smashed me every time after the tournament. But yeah, just some hard, really good arm wrestlers seasoned. And there's yeah, a lot of people grabbed a hold of me at first and took me under their wing, and I appreciate every little bit of it. And,
cool.
I took it all in, and just like, people, they want to learn and what to do. But, in the end, you take what you think, and everybody's got their own, where their power is, and they got to figure that out after pulling 10,000 times. And you kind of figure out your niche, but you can kind of take things from, a little here and there, but it's still your anatomy and your makeup and so, but yeah, they all helped me out tremendously. It was rough around Ohio, man.
It sounds like it's some of those names you were calling off. Gosh, man. And man, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite arm wrestler? All time.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, top three in the
man.
list of the top three. Like,
man, it's just too many. I can't even play. I just favorites. That's hard. I have too much love for everybody. That's to like that. I enjoy watching or.
Sure, you could go that way.
Man, I don't know. That's a good question. I just.
I mean, we could
obviously I watched. Oh yeah, which I watched a lot of Travis. Which I hate saying this, but it's no, I'm playing. But I watched a lot of Travis, and but then as soon as I grabbed his hand, but not saying, I mean, a lot of people's hands are badass. I'm not saying that, but just his setup and his delivery and understanding, and I liked it a lot. And I mean, there's a lot of people that talk trash, but it's just, I mean, just how he set up, I felt like I enjoyed it. And then when I grabbed his hand, I started understanding, how good he was in the setup, and man, that made such a difference. But yeah, I like, but of course, I mean, John's the man, and he pissed me off so much, but he's an amazing arm wrestler. But Cobra Rhodes was sensational how small he was. And
how did John?
I like watching grinders.
How did John piss you off?
Oh, just whooping my ass all the time.
Oh, okay.
He's a great. No, John's a great guy. He kept me out of a lot of big money, but he did that to a lot of people. But great guy. But he's, like I said, he's a great guy, and he's awesome. And
did you guys
very good understand his hands? His hand was.
Sorry, I think we have a little delay. Did you get a chance to hook up with him at all at the when he pulled Chance at that event?
Oh yeah, I just grabbed his hand a little bit, and I knew, as soon as I grabbed it, I had flashbacks from Nam.
Wow, really?
It just felt.
So he's feeling good, huh?
Yeah, he is. That's what I said, and he just said, funny remark as he didn't want to come get his ass whooped too bad.
Yeah.
And, but as soon as I grabbed it, it felt really good. Not that we played that much. My wrist is in mood to play with that, but or really anybody's right now. But I knew it was ready. Yeah, his hand felt, reminded me of close to 2012, John. Yeah.
Wow. So I mean, I don't want to say recently. You've polled, Dimitri not too far ago,
Yeah, a
and you
few
kind
years
of
ago.
polled John. Who's your money on that match?
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Dimitri's awesome. I mean, he looks like he's got tons of endurance, and watching him against Robbie, and Robbie's been looking. I mean, ugh, his hand and wrist has been looking disgusting. So I mean, yeah, but it's just hard, John's understanding. I mean, even if you get him one time, I mean, it's like then he just gathered a whole bunch of understanding, and it's not gonna feel that way the second time. It's just, and
Yeah,
it's hard to get to put 3 wins on John, even two. It's just, even if you get that win, you're going to be done. And he just figured everything out, what he needed to figure out.
yeah,
His hand is, like I said, is probably even better than it was because he's just coming back. And I know just when I've been coming back, coming out, and, you feel your hand hard, every time you arm wrestle, your hand's getting harder and harder. And, you're getting that combat. That's what you're getting. You got to do. You got to fight. You got to have that combat, and then your mind's harder, and then your hands harder, and then you're feeling more confident, and more ability start coming back because you trust yourself more, and then all of a sudden you're real close to what you were, and what John was, was even like I said, he's just 57 now. I mean. And I understand that he might not have as much endurance, but I'm sure that 1 or 2 times he feels still really good.
yeah,
And like I said, I mean, you can get that one, but that one is going to be real taxing.
yeah, yeah,
So it's just I give the nod to John. I mean, he's just not saying I know Dimitri's very hard to set up, but that dude. He's set up with the hardest guys in the world ever. I mean, he's done. He's just been around too much. He's not going to get worked up. When you're the best that long, you grab a hold of some of the toughest hands ever. I mean, there's
sure, yeah,
I'm just saying, Dimitri's hand isn't. It's just not near big enough, I think, to even make John even worried about it. I mean, John's hand is so strong. It's strong enough to maintain our heavyweights at high level. So
yeah, yeah.
like I said, nothing against Dimitri. He's awesome. Not that I could go beat him or anything, but
We may have to
but
set that up, Doug. I'm just saying.
yeah, well, yeah, I'll be fine. I mean, my left feels good. If my right wrist would heal, I'd be real excited about it. And I've been trying to mend that because I know as soon as it's healed, my side pressure does feel good again, but just this wrist is giving me issues. So, but hopefully I can figure that out here and here soon, so I can bring that back out. Because I mean, I know my left is feeling pretty good again, so I'd like to give this ride a little ride again.
So I know you've been all around the nation, all around the country. I assume you've been around probably most of North America, no?
Yeah, like 37 states now. Yeah.
Oh wow! So you still have some that you haven't been to yet.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that just because there's not much tournaments going on there, or just hasn't worked out?
Yeah, and it just hasn't panned out. I mean, there's something going on, but yeah, I kind of just stopped after a while. Really, I mean, that's all I used to do is travel, and then I kind of, I didn't have that bug anymore, and I just wanted to be home more. So
I got you. Where internationally, where have you traveled, or where's the sport taking you?
Well, yeah, Canada, of course, a few times, but then, of course, over in England, I got to go over there. So,
oh, cool.
That was a good time. Yeah, good time.
What'd you go over there for?
Arm Wars. Neil Pickup invited me over there. Yeah, and so I pulled Tommy Cocker over there. That was my first international, really anything going on. So, yeah, it was fun. I did well, right-handed, a lot better than most people thought. So, I went in the match 6-0. Was nice. Yeah, so I was happy about it. That was a long time ago. That was like 2010. Yeah,
oh wow,
was fun. Yeah.
Never in Central South America, nothing.
No,
down there yet. No. We'll what's your proudest moment or victory um, during your career?
Oh, I don't know. My pride's been wiped out. um, you know, really, what I enjoy is when someone comes to me and I can help them succeed, and I've done that for a few arm wrestlers, and that makes me, extremely happy that I can work for their wants and goals, and that's extremely fulfilling. And my ride was fun, but it was, I had some too boastful times, and it was good. But like I said, my proudest moments is helping people that wanted their goals, and I could help them.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that's really cool. Um, yeah, I kind of share a lot of that same passion for that part of the sport. Uh, especially teaching new polars. Um, we've of course been pretty busy down here in Texas with that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you seem like it. Oh yeah, that's good.
yeah,
It's great.
But well, awesome, Doug. We're super excited to have you and Bethany come down and join us for the Texas State Championships on October 2nd in San Antonio. Um, I'm big fans of both you and Jonathan Britta both. Um, I think it's going to be a fun match to watch. I'm excited to. Let's see. We may have another guest here. Let's see. 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Of course, we're excited for the whole tournament as a whole, but yeah, grateful that you guys are coming down. We definitely look forward to seeing you again. Let me see here if Billy's going to come on. I think he's. Yeah, here he is. All right. What's going on, Billy? We were.
What is up?
Yeah, we were
What's up,
just
Doug?
What's up?
talking with Doug here.
Sweet. What's
So-
been happening, man? Can you hear
I
me?
just been working
okay.
hard.
Yeah, I know that never ends, right?
No, it doesn't. It's good though.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
good.
So yeah,
Still
Billy.
trying to get silly.
Doug was just telling me about how he's kind of been most proud about bringing new or bringing in some certain guys in transition, and from some of his more intense pulling days into, I guess, more of a coaching role, um, and and he's really been taking a lot of joy in that, and in particular his star pupil there is, like I said, we've talked about, is coming along nicely, Bethany, and so yeah. Oh, we lost your video, Billy.
Yeah, I'm trying to switch over
There you
to a little bit better camera here. Oh yeah, man. I've been enjoying watching y'all travel around and pull and stuff. It's been exciting to watch.
go. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, she's in it, man. She's obsessed. I remember all that, and it's fun for me to watch, and just want to keep her safe and healthy, and keep her going forward, and yeah, she's hungry. I don't really need to say much to her. She trains way harder than Yeah, way harder than I ever did. She's awesome. So yeah, she's gonna be rough to handle.
Yeah, I saw. Was the last tournament y'all went to? Did they have a women's class, or was she just entered the
No,
men?
they did, but there's no women. So she actually just recruited this kind woman that she didn't really arm wrestle, but she, just played with Bethany. So we drove. It was only a couple hours, so it wasn't bad. But
Yeah.
we didn't want to go home because I wasn't really going to pull because I, sliced my finger open. But well, we just had her pull the amateur, the 0 to 180.
Yeah.
And just to work on her setup. She just, we just made sure she just let it go after the go, but she gave she just wanted to fight, work on her setup, and her setup feels really good. And then right when they let go, said go, she just let go, just to get some training in, no big deal. Wanted to help support. I said all the Ohio arm wrestlers and all the Ohio promoters and putting it on. So, give them some money, help them out, and I try to just be entertaining. Like I said, my wrist is just killing me, but my left feels good. So it was fun. And
yeah, your left's been looking good. I've been seeing that too. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Just health. It feels healthy. It's just, not too many injuries right now. So I've been losing a lot of weight just from working. So it's easy to make the 220s. I've been waking up every day at 213. So I'm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I graduated at 212. So, I'm right at high school weight, which is crazy. I haven't been this low, but like I said, I just, I'm just at it every day, man.
Yeah.
I started my own little LLC and, Allen's Pro Remodeling and it's just me. And I just try to just get after it every day. And it's been a lot of work, but it's been good.
Awesome.
You guys want to see Bethany? I bet you everybody wants to see her.
Hey, I was talking the other day to all of them. I was like, man, these Texas girls better bring it.
Yeah. Bethany.
Here.
She might come. She might not. I don't know what you mean.
What I got going on with my setup here? So hazy.
She's sleeping. Long day.
Hey, Doug, is your phone vertical? I'd catch this till just now. There we go. Yeah, that's better. My apologies, Billy. That's going to be the start of the
What are you talking about?
interview. Well, I had his phone vertical. I forgot to fix it till just now.
No. It's all good. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
I was thinking about for a moment your comments on Travis there, and he's been real good to us over here in San Antonio and Texas. We really appreciate him and and his contribution to the sport too. I mean, he's I think the most electric, entertaining arm wrestler. I mean, in my book, yeah, and like I said, he's been real good to us here.
Yeah,
So we sure appreciate him.
Yeah, he is fun. Fun to watch, even if you love him or hate him, whatever. But he entertains the crowd, and like I say, he's all really. I mean, Travis has always been good to me. Let me, stay in his hotel room, get me a cot. When he was working for Rogue, I mean, he'd always be throwing they give him nice clothes and stuff. He'd be throwing me shirts. And, I'd barely have, I just tell you stories. I mean, we'd be at Vegas and I'd barely even make it there. And he'd know it. He'd be like, yeah, you just stay with me. And he'd give me a cot. And then the tournament would go on. And of course, I'd take a couple seconds to John or a second and third or something. But it always, paid good. I'd win like 1,200 or 1,300. And I walked in the room and Travis is like, you didn't have any money left, did you? I was like, I had $4 left in the bank account. Like, yeah, now we're up, man. And yeah, it was that was fun. Those were good times. Had some big tournaments out in Vegas in 2012, and Yeah, Travis is always good to me, and so I know a lot of people don't like him, but to me anyway, he was um, always kind and helped me out. And oh yeah, of course he puts a lot of tournaments on. He makes he tracks a lot of people to arm wrestling. Yeah, he's exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything else that you want, I guess, the arm wrestling community to know about you, about your arm
Uh,
wrestling career? Um,
uh, well, it's yeah, not that I don't know. Arm wrestling has been great to my life, even though I'm, the drive to be number one isn't quite there anymore. I mean, of course, I love winning, and yeah, of course, I always walk up to win. But it's been so good to me. I can never, never quit. But arm wrestling is a long process, and it's a great time. And if I can say anything to anybody, just that arm wrestles, try to bask every moment, try to live in that moment, and document as much as you can, and enjoy it as much as you can, because it's such a whirlwind. You meet so many people and so many good people, and it's amazing, and it's rough. It's a rough sport. It's an extreme challenge, and it'll hold you for a long time. Probably most people the rest of your life, and it's always, I'm always going to love it. It was really too good to me, and man, I'm still going to have a blast. It's just now I get to step back and have a different perspective as a coach and cheerleader, and I really that's a good spot for me. I really love helping people reach their goals, and that's me. I know I probably seem like a dick when it's time for combat. Combat comes out, and I love that aspect. But mostly I love everybody, and I want the best for them. And arm wrestling is, like I said, it's amazing, and I'm ready for her to take this ride and meet all these great people. And I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everybody I met, and love it all.
Absolutely, yeah, Doug. We echo those same comments, man. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
we
we're gonna be
definitely.
happy to have y'all. What classes is Bethany gonna be? Which one is she gonna? I know we only got two
Yeah,
classes.
she'll pull the 140s, and we'll see how she's feeling that day, and then she might pull multiple, but definitely left and right.
Okay.
140s, absolutely. Yeah. So, and she's been feeling real good. Like I said, her setup is tremendous.
Looking
right now,
good,
so
yeah. I mean,
really
she's watching the videos and stuff like that. She's extremely focused on that, and trying to get what she wants, and it's like in the women in Texas it's a very young, and we're trying to grow it and stuff like that. So a lot of them are real like agreeable.
Yeah.
There's not very, they're just, they kind of get up there, and then if they foul, they say sorry. And then it's like, it's kind of a funny thing. And so, yeah, it's going to be an eye opener, I think, for some of them.
Yeah.
When they,
for Bethany, she's new, but she's got to pull against the top women over here. Michelle Dugan, like almost every tournament. So she's so hungry because she's just been taking ass whooping. Well, she's got some good wins, but she's been taking a lot of ass whooping. So she's so fired up. She can barely handle herself. Like she's ready to lay some ass whoopings. And
it's different when you have the competition that she's having to compete in over there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's who she's seeing every time. So of course she's hungry, and then of course she's an athlete. So it's, her understanding of body position, and I, like I said, I don't really need to say too much. She's most of it's on her own accord, and her watching. She's, like I said, she's in it. She's obsessed. So she understands quickly. And I just say a few things, just because in the end you're going to have to figure out where you're strongest and what you need. But
sure.
I just say more safety, and then of course little tidbits that are going to help out with a few powers, to help a drive. But she's like I said, I grab her just a few times and she understands quickly. Yeah. So she's going to be a handful. Yeah, right now her setup, I don't care who you are. You grab a hold of her hand. She's it feels good. Yeah, she's ready. She's ready. Yeah.
Nice. Did y'all happen to, what all did y'all talk about? Did
Well,
you
that's,
talk
I was
about?
just gonna, we talked about, kind of him getting into the sport and, you know, about, his match a little bit, not too much, a little bit about upcoming with Jonathan Breda. Did you have any questions for him on that, Billy, or?
No, but y'all talked about that?
We
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? I mean, I guess so this will be Breda's debut in the 220s.
yeah,
So
yeah. He's tough, and yeah, like I said, like I told Dustin already, it's probably going to be better suited for him. I mean, he was,
yeah,
his hand's a little smaller, and I mean, not that he can't. I mean, he's beaten some really good armor. So I'm not saying that. I know
yeah,
his left is awesome right now. It's when I trained with him at a time. I mean, I know how good
sure.
his left is. It is rough for anybody to handle, but how small his hand is, 220s is going to be, I feel, a better fit for him.
A better class, yeah.
And he's got so much horsepower. If he can, which I'm sure, he's on top of his diet. I know how he trains. He trains hard, and his understanding is very high on his body and
Yeah.
understand get his body where it needs to be at a high level. So he understands all that. So I know he'll be ready, and I know his weight's down. So, and
Yeah.
he's doing
There
pretty
were
well.
Yeah, there were a few comments in some of the threads, and they weren't sure he was going to be able to make the 220s. But back in Conroe, or at our Eastern qualifier, he came and pulled, and he was already dropping weight then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He's
he was already into the 230s there.
He's already there. I know. I guess he's already in the mid 220s right now, is what I'm hearing. So, I mean, he's not going to have too much of a problem to make that. So, like I said, he was a wrestler, so he understands how to,
Sure.
keep his body healthy and lose that weight. But I don't think he's going to have to do much water cut. So I think he'll be ready to rock and roll. Everybody.
And you're sitting a little light, so you'll be able to carve up a little bit.
Yeah, man. I just had a whole bunch of pizza and wings, man. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
215 after all that. So I mean, I blasted, huge pepperoni pizza and some wings. It was great.
So when you like earlier on competing, did you ever have to go through cut, or did you usually stay around your weight class?
Oh yeah, no, I'd get real fat and lazy anyway. I've been all the way up to 270 pounds, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it feels good. It feels good just to walk in there.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like, I'll just keep all my clothes on. I'll have a burger here just a few minutes before I weigh in, and I'm still good.
Yeah, it's great. And I've rarely had that. I've always been, especially college, I was a fullback. So, I was always hanging around 240. And like I said, I graduated 212 pounds. So it wasn't like, so I've always been bigger. And then, of course, you try to put on that weight for football and you get up. And then after football, I'm not doing too much. And then, of course, you get some nice cush jobs here and there sometimes. And put on some weight. You're like, oh man, I'm big.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
I've cut down from 270 to 225 a few times, and that was oh goodness, that was horrible.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, it was, but some good wins, some good paydays there. So my best cut was 41 pounds in 18 days, and I won $4,000. So it was good. Yeah, it was brutal. Wow. I mean, oh man, goodness gracious.
It is brutal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't want to do that ever again.
No. Did you happen to catch any of the worlds?
I watched some of it. Yeah. Not too. She probably watched more than I did. I've been working a lot, but I've seen some matches here and there. Like fun. I'm sure they're having a great time.
Yeah.
It
was pretty interesting.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it was a great time, and she wanted to be there. Just I got so much work going on. It's hard for me to get away all that much. And but no, I'm sure it was a blast. Like I said, when I was in it, I'm sure I probably wouldn't have missed it. But now I just got this LLC to do, and it's just me. So but I got to catch a few more probably masters I watched than anything, but. All my friends are old. No. No. Yeah. But I watched a little bit. It looked like some people had some success. I'm happy for them. Good. Yeah. I think Andre won. I saw, and I think Corey Miller.
Corey Miller took second left and first right.
Yeah, he's really good arm wrestler. He's been really good for a long time. That's great for him and great for everybody. Yeah, I'm sure. Like I said, I'm sure it was a great time in Orlando. Florida's awesome.
Yeah, cool. Well, I don't want to keep you. I came on late. I don't know how long I've been on.
It's been probably what's it been, an hour?
Yeah, it's been a little while. I appreciate I appreciate everything. Yeah, I'm excited about it, and can't believe it's already here, man. It's already about to be October.
It's right there,
flying by. And goodness, we were talking a while ago. I was working on just started working on a barn. Now it's turned into a house, and it's really coming along. So it's good, but it's already here. That's awesome. But yeah, we're both incredibly thankful, and we appreciate everything. We'll put on a good show, and yeah, I know it's going to be an awesome tournament. It'll be good to see John again too. It'll be good. We had some really good conversations when we were there. I didn't really talk too much to John. I just always wanted to whoop his ass, so I wasn't taking any pictures or talk. We would hang out on occasion, but it wasn't like now we can have actual real conversation. Sure. And he's a great guy. Of course, we take pictures now with him, and it's great to reminisce about our intense matches that we had together. And,
you might want to kind of get the fan stuff while you can now. I mean, who knows how long this run's going to last, and if it'll happen again, Yeah.
So come back and, just enjoy him. And, like I said, he is a great guy, and I wish him the best of luck. And I know he'll, like I said, his hand feels great. So I'm sure he'll have a nice little streak here.
Still pulling for Dimitri.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's going to be hard to get past John. That's even if he gets one, it's not going to happen again. It's just, if you get 2 wins on John in a row, you're the dude, man.
Well, I realize that, but I'm holding on to that.
Oh, of course,
little bit of hope.
Of course, I hope Dimitri does great. But that's a tough hand to get around. Yeah. I tried it a lot.
Cool, man. We're really looking forward to having y'all, and y'all going to come in. Y'all going to be in Friday night or Saturday?
I believe Friday night.
Friday night.
I need to get the plans from Dustin, but
Friday night.
I believe night. Is there weigh-ins Friday night?
Yeah, so we'll have the early weigh-ins from 6 to 9, and we'll also have some stuff going on. So we'll have a rankings match, Texas rankings match with a couple of our women can rank holders, and then we've got kind of an exhibition match between 2 guys that are, I don't know, they don't have very many classes. They're sitting around 125 pounds. So they're both coming in. They kind of met up, and they were like, let's have a match. So we're going to let them do a little exhibition match at, you don't ever see, 125 pounds. There's not very many people that have classes like that around. So these guys are entering the 154s or something like that. And, so we'll give them a little spotlight, but there'll be a little action going on Friday night.
Oh,
okay. It won't be just weigh-ins.
Cool. Yeah. We're excited. We enjoyed San Antonio when we were there. And so we're excited about it. So she's ready to go, because Friday night she'll be ready to weigh in, I'm sure, Friday night. So
bottom right, Dustin.
Can you all see that?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
So
cool,
it's gonna be a good one. Oh yeah.
Well, I'm glad. I'm sorry I had to jump on late, but had to take care of the little one, get him to sleep and stuff like that. So I'm sure Dustin talked your ear off for a little while.
Oh yeah, we had a good conversation. It was good.
Good.
Well, good, Doug. We appreciate you. We can't.
Yeah,
we're excited.
So awesome. So are we.
Awesome. Well, we'll catch you. Just call me if you need anything.
Yeah, I will. Beforehand. I'll call you here soon, Dustin.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
Take care. We'll see you.
Yep, we'll see you. You guys have a good one.
All right.